Hello and a good day. It's still a little bit bright, and this video was about the idea I had. I can share the most of information, but keep in mind this information is my own point of view, my own perspective from the information which I have gathered through channeling, through my own channeling experiences with Enrico and some other beings, and from other channelers. I gather the information, then I come across to the idea or to the belief or to the understanding that why do humans reincarnate, or why there is a lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And the overall, from Enrico, the overall energetical point of view, what is in reincarnation and what is separation and what is individuality, is something simple, similar wait. Imagine. Well, first of all, let's start from the beginning. There is, I call it soul, but maybe more known to other people who are channeling. It's called the oversoul. But I call it the soul because the soul does not incarnate. The soul does not come down here and express itself. There is an energetical, you would say, astral body, energetical body, apart from that soul that comes down. So overall, there is this huge soul. In visual perspective, this is like a cloud in the sky. And once Enrico was giving me the information, in simple words, how you can understand this, is basically it is a ship, a vessel, which is driving on the ocean, and he chooses to let's stop at this island, for example. Let's stop at an island called Earth, and on that ship, on that vessel, there is 30, 50, 100 crew members, and then they stop on this. When they stop on the shore, the crew members goes outside and enjoys the time and see what's around, have an experience. Some may have a larger experience, some may have a shorter experience. But all this information, it comes from the soul. All this information stays in the soul. All these crew members are from that soul, are from that vessel. So the idea, basically, what I want to say is that soul does not incarnate. Soul carries all the information of all of your personalities, which have been or which have incarnated on many other planes and many other worlds, including this planet Earth, you would say. So you are an aspect of that soul, and you are a part of that soul. So there comes the next story. Why do they actually incarnate? Why do they actually step ashore? Why do actually reincarnate? Is because there is a will to do something. Basically, what I want to say is that soul, for example, is in a color of bright white, cloud white, whatever, and for example, well, but it depends. Maybe some others are in golden, some others are in pure white, or so on. It depends. And when your personality, when your individuality it's like an energy resonance. It's like energy. The color represents energy. And when your energy, when your personality has a little bit of, you would say, red energy, a little bit of blue energy, a little bit of purple energy, a little bit of, you would say, darker energy, something towards gray and black, your energy resonance strongly differs from the soul's energy. Therefore, you feel the connection loss, the memory losses, and everything, because your energy is totally different from the soul's energy. It's like when two energies are on the same energy length, same vibration, or how you want to call it. You exist energetically in the same place, in the same place, time and space. But when do energies get different, separated or distinct with other energies type? For example, soul is white, then you get a little bit red-like, you get a little bit farther away, you feel the connection, disconnectivity. and so on and so on. So the idea is, what I would say is that the more energies you have within, the more separated you become from that soul. And the idea of incarnation is that first of all, you need to have an energetical separation from that soul to have an experience. Otherwise, you'll be always connected with the soul, and you'll be always with your higher understanding. You'll be like, and the soul's energy will be like blur down here and just like expand, like Jesus Christ, Buddha, whatever, and you'll be highly expanded, and you will shine through your true being really strongly. So the idea is that to have an experience, you need to have a separated, different energy from that soul. And therefore, there are like energy emotions that come up, or there are emotions that are being gained to have this experience and to experience this. And what I did not quite understand, whether that energies are chosen to have an experience, or they are given to have an experience, or they are something that come with you from the past experience. But I don't think it's any difference, because the main reason is, for example, what is the energy? Energy is feelings. Energy is your deeper subconscious levels. Energy is your emotions, you would say, also a little bit. So the idea is, what I want to say is that when this separated soul aspect comes down here, it has strong energies, strong emotions, and strong subconscious energies that are always constant in giving him to go for an experience, giving him to have an experience, giving him to go for experience. For example, some may feel anger, but they are like, oh, he did that, I'm angry at him, he's bad, he's so on, so on, so on. And then they go across, do different choices, different experiences, different beliefs, whatever. They are like, this anger is continuously following that person, and he's continuously angry about something. Well, it may not be about angry, it may be also about sadness. All my life I'm feeling sad, I'm guilty of everything, I'm this and that, I have never felt true love. And these emotions are billions of ways, but they are not many, but there are billions of ways of how each and every individuality expresses them. Some may cry, some may lock up in themselves, some may become introverted, some may say, oh, I will never tell this to anybody because what they think of me, and he's bad, this is bad, I need to fight for freedom, I need to fight for vegetarians, I need to fight for whatever, terrorism, war, whatever. You're always like, there's always inner energy that causes to like go for an experience. So and the next story is that, for example, when do people pass and die, they become connected to the soul back, and then they look at themselves and they feel like, oh man, I have such anger with me, and now I realize this, and like I want to go back and do something else. I want to go back and have a different experience, how to like release this anger, sadness, feelings of lost love, or for example, one of my incarnations, which I remember a little bit, is that I was traveling a lot around, but I don't understand whether I was a spiritual like teacher or something, or whether was I a sales person that like gives sales. And I understood that also I was traveling around with the circus, with many people in the circus, and then I didn't understood actually what I was doing there. It was like a spiritual teacher giving some consultations, lessons, or selling something. Well, I'm not sure. And also I was driving across the oceans, but I met a girl or a woman there, which I felt we didn't have any strong love or what, but I felt really tight feelings that I feel her much to the heart. And when I met her, she passed over, and I felt her so deep in the heart. And then the next life, or a couple lives later, there is still this feeling inside of me. And when you pass over, they were like, oh, I want to still have this feeling, I want to still live out this feeling, I want to like know what it is, feel her, like all kinds of these stories explained a little bit deeper. So the overall information which I shared is like this. But then what happens, like what Enrico is telling, like you the hugest problem is that humans accept their emotions through their mind. It's basically when I feel fears, I feel frightened of something. I always say I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that, I'm afraid of this, and I want to try to avoid that. But when you do meditation, no thought meditation for example, you feel the same fear energy, but you like, okay, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that, but then it's like a little bit of separation, like, man, I feel fears, but I'm not sure actually what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of something, but you can feel that the mind just gives the ideas of what can we be afraid possibly. And when you go deeper in your subconscious energies, as like Enrico was saying, in your energies, you'll realize that there is, first of all, energy which can be only felt without any explanation or substance. What does it actually mean? And then there is emotions which express and come up really strongly, and then there is mind that gives a meaning to this all. Well, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. But when you get to the core point that this is the feeling, and when you taste this feeling, when you touch this feeling, when you live out this feeling, when you explore this feeling, you can then release it and let go of it. But otherwise people are like blocking. I don't think of this, I don't want to attract this in my life, I don't want to have this, and they're like constantly blocking this energy point of release. They're like constantly blocking and blocking and blocking. Well, the point is, from Enrico, what he's telling is that feel them, touch those fears, explore those fears, dance with your fears, taste your fears. Well, this may not be only fear, this may be anger, greed, feelings, sad feelings, all kinds of feelings that may one call negative, feelings of I want to prove something, feelings that, oh, he's doing this and that, he's wrong or he's not wrong, I want to fight for freedom, I want to fight for truth, what are their expensive prices, whatever. Well, somebody is actually angry at me. Let's look around. Well, I don't know. So the idea is that you come across to these energies, you come across to these feelings, you explore them, you taste them, you feel them within, you understand what this energy is all about, and then you let go of it. For example, some may say, also somebody have said that, oh yeah, he's Enrico, he's always constantly happy about something, and so on and so on, and but we have here our bills, we have here our troubles, we have here our problems and situations, blah 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 blah. And well, this is the point. I was saying that when you are thinking about the problem, you have the problem-like energy feeling within that is constantly looking at those situations as problems. So basically, it's your inner energy that puts the how you see things, puts you how you experience things, puts you in that position as you accept it to be negative. And then there is a small story about from the Enrico girlfriend or something, I don't know, it's like, yeah, I would say girlfriend. And he was telling this, I was talking like, again, I asked this question to Enrico, and he says, okay, well, let's switch to somebody else, and like this is this girlfriend, the woman, whatever, female comes up, and oh no, this was not actually Enrico's girlfriend. It was like from his civilization, a woman, female, you'd say, and she was like, oh, I'm having problems with this, I'm having problems with that, and she just started to laugh. I am such and when she feels these trouble, bad energy, whatever you may call it, suffering, sad energy, she starts to incredibly laugh. She is so lucky that she has these troubles. She is so lucky to experience these troubles. She's like so excited to have these all kinds of different feelings, and she's like so excited, man, I have such huge feelings, and there is always something bad happening to me. It's like, man, this is so exciting, and she feels like an excitement, and all of a sudden just like boom, passed away. This energy just explodes away into laughter and excitement, and then everybody around her started to laugh how she's laughing with problems. But when the idea was like the story was given to a comparison, well, when a human starts feeling bad or sad, he feels even more badder, even more sadder, even more slower, more tight locked up, more depressed, more everything, and he just by his own will is constantly feeling badder and badder and badder, and slower and slower, slower, and sicker and sicker and sicker. And it's like, man, why do you do this? Like, you can look at the same situation from a completely different perspective, and that can amplify your like inner sound, inner energy, inner beingness can just amplify that and turn it into huge laughter with all and everybody around. It's like how you look at it. So basically the idea, what I want to say is also that the energy within causes to experience things, like again, causes to experience things. So basically when you start to realize this, when you start to let go of this or change this, it's not about changing or change how I feel, it's about letting go. It's like exploring, it's like understanding what energy within is, and then you release this energy, and your own beingness, astral body, how you want to call it, comes more and more closer with your soul, more and more in alignment with your soul, more and more the same color as your soul. And there comes the story of true being, being your true self, being your true natural self. Is like releasing all those negative energies, releasing all those energies that not feel for you tight or fit. Release those energies and come more and more and more connected with, like, not coming connected, but when you do that, you instantly get more and more closer to your soul, which is on the same energy level, it's on the same your true being's level, which is on the same color of your energy, and you become more and more connected, and you start to receive more and higher wisdom, like higher and higher connectivity, like Jesus, like Buddha, like all the kind of spiritual masters which have been really known. Well, there's lots of information from them. I don't know if they're known or is it blown up. But yeah, this is the story. So incarnation stops when you release all those energies that are within you. When you would say understand energies. When you would say come more and more closer connected with energies. Realize what energy is, realize what emotion is, let go of them, and you realize what causes you to think, to feel, to be that way, what causes you to experience, have things in that way that you live, that way that you are, so when you become more of yourself, when you return back to your place after death, you're like, man, this is the place where I am. This is the place who I am. This is who I actually am. And you feel like just more and more and more and much more of who you are. You start to feel more and more deeper who you are. You're like more and more who you actually are. Yeah, well, this is the story, 1818. And yeah, this is it. Thank you for listening.